use fresh yeast, which tastes much better than dried ones. So here I put maybe 3 tablespoons. Half a cup of lukewarm water. Let it sit for a while so it dissolves. Here's a 3/4 cups of milk. Milk should be warmed, heated, and let it cool down to add to the flour. So I will heat this up. I have 500 grams of flour, bread flour, and 100 grams of wheat germ. That is 3.5 cups of bread flour and 1 cup of wheat germ. And I added 2 teaspoons of salt into that. Then stir this well. Since it's a raisin bread, I will add a little bit of sugar into this. Three tablespoons of white sugar. And stir. Put the milk to a boiling point, and when it cools down, add 3 tablespoons of butter into it, so butter will melt. And let it cool. Now add yeast, water. And stir. And milk and butter. And stir. And I add 1 egg. And stir. And just incorporate everything. And you make rather runny dough. Don't waste a bit of yeast. That's a life culture. Sometimes, depends on the condition of flour. This is a little bit stiff, so I add a little bit more warm water. Maybe less than 1/4 cup. So now it's all incorporated. There's no dry flour left. Let it sit overnight. Cover it and let it sit overnight. Use 1 cup of golden raisins or 200 grams of golden raisins. It's the cinnamon powder, 1, 2. So you start with cinnamon. This is the dough after overnight sitting there. And now you mix with the raisins. Smash it. Gently. So incorporate raisins into this evenly. Oh, escapee raisin. Golden raisins are better in bread, or I like them better than dark raisins. They have more acidity than dark raisins. And then before making into shape, bench this 15 minutes like this. While you wait, you butter the pan, grease the pan. And I use paper for the sticks of butter. Great for greasing a pan. And do the same thing for the other one. Now take out the dough, cut into half. Make it pretty much the same size, or you can weigh to make it sure, and form into a loaf like this. And then if there are raisins outside like this, you pinch the dough over it. Raisins outside get burned when it's baked, and it makes bitter. It's not very attractive. So put this loaf into a mold and do the same thing, and then let it rise 1.5 or until the dough reaches almost on the top. Cover it with a dish towel. Keep it in a warmish place in your kitchen. The yeast is kind of weak. It's a little bit old, so it doesn't rise. They didn't rise much, but that's okay. I'm going to put into the heated oven, 375. This will take about 45 minutes. It's not a high heat baking like the other no-knead bread. So it's 45 minutes. They're done like this. Take them out of the pan. They smell good. I wish you can smell them. Let it cool a little bit before you just bite into them. Now see what it looks like inside. I'm gonna slice it. Like this. Ooh, looks good. Lots of raisins. And it's good to toast and eat with cream cheese or something like that. Or you can use butter too. But when it's fresh, you can just eat it like that.